Could get a breakout here tonight, finally get above that level, going to enter back in direction of $60,000. Hi guys, I'm back. Bitcoin is in massive trouble, and I decided to come out and make a video. Normally I did not want to make one because there's not a lot happening, but then I saw something and decided this is really important and you need to know about what's going to happen next year, because there is one thing that can save us in the next 24 hours, but if not, we are going to have a big problem and I'm terrified. Let's go. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in here on this Sunday today. Like I said, I did not want to come out to make a video because I don't make videos for the purpose of putting out a video, you know, so I want to give you value, I want to give you alpha when I see it. And yesterday there was really basically nothing, you know, so Bitcoin is acting like a stable coin more or less, or going a little bit lower. Altcoins were doing the same thing. There was no point really in making a video. I was thinking about some topics, but yeah, today things look a little bit different. We are starting off with the weekly chart on Bitcoin. So this starts to look also really ugly, and we need to see a turnaround here in the next coming hours. I don't believe that we will be able to get a push to $61,300 to break above the 22 moving average here, but potentially next week we will be able to finally get above that level, turn this into support and get then here continuation. But you should also pay attention to the stochastic RSI, because we got a buy signal last week. Now we are about to get a sell signal, and we have around 2 weeks push here lower, which will coincide with the following week having the rate cut, which will then of course prop the markets up again. So, but what we also don't want to see is now markets going down for another 17 days before we get the rate cut. Honestly, I don't believe that we have to wait so long, but there is a lot of things pointing to a little bit more downside. Also, just for perspective, guys, you should not get grinded down and scared out of your positions when we are in these big capitulation phases that we had here in previous cycles, what I was showing also the last time. So we are now in 100, I think 88 days or 89 days. There we go. 189 days are we in now. Most of the time these phases go over 200 days. So I still expect now, if we add 11 days, that is 1 week away from the rate cut, then we are at 200 days. And it would make sense that around the 210 day mark, we are finally getting a breakout out of this range. Again, this will not bring us into new all-time highs. That will only bring us, let's say we get it here by the rate cut, that will only bring us to $65,500. But the most important thing here is, once we are breaking out of this consolidation phase, every single time we got a massive run afterwards to the upside. Every single time. And this time will not be any different. Historically, we have to keep in mind that Q3 was always really bad in average. Always, in minus in the median return. Also the lowest return when overall in the monthly average. But, and here's the really important part, guys. Q4 is on average the highest return quarter always. That is something that we can look out for, and knowing that we are in September, only 1 month away from Q4, and it means that markets will start rallying now slowly into Q4. Another reason is that the presidential election in the US is coming up, and 60 to 90 days before the election, markets also start usually rallying. We are, I don't know how many days are we out. We are 30, 61, 65 days away from the presidential election. So there's also only a short time window where the US can now prop up the markets to get them going for the election. So, and both sides are going to do that. Not only the Democrats, but also the Republican. The Republican, of course, going to do that. It's both sides propping up the markets and then claim that either side was basically responsible for it. So we should definitely now strap on our seats and not get scared out of the market, even though Bitcoin most likely will come down a little bit lower. I expect here at the lowest point here based on the daily chart that we come all the way down to the $57,000 mark and get from there finally a bounce back in direction of $60,000. If we lose $57,000 and close the daily candle below that green box here, expect that we come all the way down to this parallel downward sloping channel bottom to $52,000. That is the absolute worst case scenario. But I'm going to show you here in a moment why I believe that we are not going that low, because there is a bullish pattern forming right now on a lower time frame that is pointing to the fact that we should get a move pretty soon and that we are not going that low. So something else that caught my eye today was the CME chart. We closed at $59,270 on Friday. Now we are around the $58,000 mark. That is a big CME gap that usually will get filled, remember guys, within the 72-hour time range after CME markets are open again. They are opening 1 hour before we get the daily close. Is a slim chance that we are getting a pump to like $60,000 tonight, and from there we have to see what's going to happen. Possible that we get a rejection. It's possible that we go a little bit higher and get a rejection and turn $60,000 into support. That is something that I don't want to speculate on for now, because the market is so crazy right now that I just want to take advantage of that move here from current prices, so a little bit lower, into the top here of the closing price of the CME chart on last Friday. So this is the next bigger trade that I'm taking here today for Bitcoin. Then on the 12-hourly chart, also here, things are starting to look more bullish for us, even though price action is not reflecting it just yet, but indicators are telling us here the story. And you see here the stochastic RSI is flatlining in oversold territory, and also the MACD is showing us that we are losing steam here on the seller side. And while price is still capitulating here, going lower and lower, maybe you spot here already the pattern I'm going to show you here now on a lower time frame. There is a bullish pattern forming simultaneously with the indicators showing that we are close to bottoming out here. So the pattern I'm talking about is on the 1 hourly chart, this falling wedge pattern. So here, by tonight, at some point, we should get a breakout. The breakout can happen already a little bit prematurely. But I believe that based on the CME gap that I just shown you, that we could get a breakout here tonight, all the way up here to this downward sloping trend line. And I believe there we are going to get stopped. Breakout, getting stopped here at $61,300. Again, guys, really big resistance over here. And then we have to see how low we are going to pull back. Because there's no catalyst why we should break through this and go higher right now. So, of course, if something crazy happens, a whale comes out at the same time and buys like, I don't know, 20,000 Bitcoin on spot, not through Coinbase Prime or something, then of course that can send us higher. But otherwise, I'm not interested in that right now for the next trade setup. So I'm waiting just here for a break of $58,500 to enter, or that we are getting a small fake out to $57,200, $500 and enter from there. Because I believe if we are breaking down here, will be a quick shakeout. We come back up, and then I'm going to enter here at 57,500, and then I trade this all the way to this trend line. If we are not breaking down and we are breaking up, then 58,500, and then also into this trend line with a stop loss here at $57,600, but only here for this specific trade setup. When we're going then to the liquidation levels, also here really a lot of short liquidity has built up here over the last couple of days above us with insane high leverage. This is all 50, 100x leverage all the way up to $62,000. So once Bitcoin starts to push into the EMA ribbon here and starts eating into these short positions, we are getting a really juicy and nice short squeeze here. So also here we are running out of time to keep this golden cross that we got here, for this remain a golden cross and not getting here in the next 24 hours a death cross, we need price to rally at least to $62,500 so that the 50 moving average will bounce off the 200 moving average and continue to go higher here. Only if we would move into these kind of price levels we will see this, but also this I'm not really convinced that we're going to get this, but like $60,300, $61,300, yes, with that short squeeze, once we're tapping into this here, definitely in the cards, guys, definitely there. Then also the liquidation levels here over the last 3 days. Look here, what kind of liquidity has built up on a liquidation heat map. This is again acting as a massive magnet for price action here to the upside. Here, underlying long positions at $57,400 could get a quick flush, like I said, you know, so here's also a hot area. So we could get a quick flush here, then push up and take everything out all the way up to $61,300, $400. And you're going to see that we're triggering a short squeeze once we are moving above $59,000. So from there we will start to initiate a short squeeze, especially at around $59,600. That will squeeze us immediately over the $60,000 mark. Now on the MDX algo gradients and on the reactor indicator, also here I see that price is ready to turn around, but we need to get above the daily open first at $58,900, while price is still cooling down based on the gradient. Usually when we see price cooling down back into green from a blue phase, two things can happen. Two things usually happen when we see this. Either price gets one more squeeze to the downside and then we turn around, or we are just chopping sideways from here, then warming up and going to the upside. So, but again, on the shorter time frames, what I'm seeing right now is that we should get a move here at least to $60,000, $61,000. And from there, we have to reassess what's going to happen. It could be that we also get then squeezed down again back into current prices. Yeah, let's just hope that this will be not the case. And also, guys, don't forget, if you sign up on ZOOMEX and deposit $100, you stand a chance to win $500. I'm gonna pick now 2 winners. The winner from last time did not send an email, so he will not get the $500 when I draw somebody new for that reason. And as I promised, also somebody else, because I said on Sunday I'm gonna draw another person. So let's go to random number generator. My Excel spreadsheet from 4 to 28. Number 14. Did we win in the past? 14. No, also somebody new. Okay. 250442252. You have won $500 on ZOOMEX. Send me an email with a screenshot that you own this account number, and my team will forward it to ZOOMEX, and within 72 hours you're gonna get the $500 into your account. Remember, you can only trade with this, you cannot withdraw it. That's enough, you know, trust me. With $500 we can make good money here. You just follow the trades that we are giving you absolutely for free, because we're still crushing it here even in this shitty market. So definitely send an email. So I'm gonna mark you out. So you have also won, and then the next one, 26. I think 26 has won before. Oh no, 264063449. You also won. Congratulations again. Send an email to AMCrypto, info@amcrypto.us. My team will do the same thing like for the other winner. We will send it over to ZOOMEX, and within 72 hours you get your $500 into your ZOOMEX account. Just remember, send me and my team a screenshot that you own this account number. Only then we are able to credit it to your account, and you have to do it within 24 hours or we give it to somebody else after tomorrow. So be quick here. But congratulations. And for everybody that did not win, guys, Bybit still also gives $500 away to everyone that is depositing $100, and you can trade with that free $500 airdrop position all these coins that are mentioned here. So again, if you did not win the $500 on ZOOMEX, go to Bybit. They give to everyone that's depositing $100 a free airdrop position here for all these coins that are mentioned. All the links for that are in the description below and in the pinned comment. So take advantage of that, because also this is not lasting forever. Also in 17 days, they are closing this offer down. Now, when we're looking a little bit into the altcoin space, on Total Free, we're about to break this biggest support area that kept the market kind of afloat. So here we are risking right now to move all the way down to $544 billion. From here, I really hope we are going to get a bounce. If we are not able to bounce from here and we go lower and turn this into resistance, expect also here that we will come down to this downward sloping trend line to all the way down to $494 billion. And that, of course, will put many coins, I think, 6 months back in terms of pricing. So, and this is, nobody wants to see this, you know, so nobody wants to see this. So let's hope that we're gonna get a quick turnaround here and a reclaim to $587 billion. But things are not looking all too well. Besides that, we have now, for the 8th day, a red candle. So usually we get at some point a bounce, you know. So look here, how many days were that? So here we are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here after 10 days we got a bounce. So we are now on the 8th day. Yeah, but I would prefer not to see another 2 days of bleeding here in the altcoin market. When we're looking at Ethereum on the daily chart, also here the stochastic RSI is about to bottom out. The underlying VPVR from $2,300 to $2,400 is given us currently support. Loose here $2,438, and we will come down to $2,300. Remember, guys, if we get that flush here, it is still a higher low compared to this low here, and I'm longing from there. So if we are getting that kind of gift that we move down here, I'm definitely longing and trade this into the $2,700 area and will then close the trade. Another indication, and you find this now across many altcoins, is they all have this downward sloping trend line. And that's also what I'm waiting for, because this is a multi-week, multi-month already downward sloping trend line on most altcoins on the higher time frames. And once that is broken, you're also going to get a nice move here back to the upside. Also here on Solana, you see this on the 4-hourly chart. This is a multi-day downward sloping trend line right now. Here we could still get a little bit more downside, but here the underlying support box from $124 to $131 will, in my opinion, hold as support. And we can come down here to like $127 approximately, but from there I would expect that we're getting a bounce and breaking this downward sloping trend line at the same time back to the upside. ICP also downward sloping trend line. We're also risking here right now to get a death cross and a fake out of that golden cross. Here indicators are also already slightly oversold. The RSI is about to turn around, but I think we are going to get a little bit more downwards movement in direction of $7, $7.10 before we are seeing here turnaround back to the upside. And then the next one is Telegram. Also here, we don't have such a sharp angle in terms of downward sloping trend line like with the other ones, but here we had already the death cross. And here what we need is that price is breaking above $5.60 to start slowly turning this around back into an uptrend. But until then, also here, we are risking to coming back to the $5 mark one more time and only get then a move back to the upside. Also on the MDX algo gradients, even though we are getting here a blue purplish color, we need to get expansion to the upside with these candles, because otherwise they don't mean a lot, you know. So because look at here, blue moved to the upside, then purple came down, then blue purplish again, big candle to the upside. We need movements like this to get into a hot phase where we see price expanding to the upside. And until then, the only thing that you need to watch is the downward sloping trend line and the 50 moving average. But regardless, if you want these indicators that are, by the way, amazing, and the team, of course, also, the MDX Algo Indicators Suite is still at a 10% discount with the link in the description. And don't forget, if you don't know how to use them, you can schedule a call with the team of MDX Algo, and they are walking you through exactly how to use them, which is amazing. Tell me which indicator company is getting on a call with you. and is explaining you exactly how to use the indicators. So that is something that you should keep in mind. It's not costing that much, and it's definitely worth the money in my opinion. And guys, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure that you smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and I'll see you tomorrow.